Hi, I'm going to explain something to you about artificial intelligence because a lot of people don't understand the power or the value of artificial intelligence in the true sense as it should be, right? Let me explain to you what I mean. Now, we all know that artificial intelligence is this massive power which has come in and which is going to disrupt our entire lives, right? But do we even understand what the magnitude of that and the implications of it? So let me try and go back a little bit in time and try and use some of the ancient examples and explain the value and the impact of artificial intelligence, right? Now, Aristotle explained time as a kind of a sliver, a little layer, thin layer right at the center between the past and the future, right? Which is actually the present. Okay. Now the past is gone. We every moment, every millisecond, it just keeps going, and we have no control over it. It's lost, right? And the future is not there. It's not arrived yet. It's so both don't exist, but only this time in the middle, like this slight sliver, like a little thin layer, which we call it the present, is actually the real time that we have control, or at least that is what we call time, right? Now, in a business sense, in an economical sense, what we do day to day is try to take these little gaps of time and put together and create a certain tasks, and hopefully some positive outcome comes from it, right? So let's say we go to work and we spend half an hour doing a presentation for a pitch which we are going to present. Now that half an hour becomes a collection of like present times put together in unison, in sync, and we spend that time in order to invest something into the future, right? So that is the entire gamut of time. Now, if that time can be multiplied, that is where the value is, right? So let's say I can do one presentation in half an hour. If I can do 100 presentations in half an hour, that's great, right? That is what businesses do. That is what entrepreneurs do. So what they do is, as opposed to one person going in and doing a presentation which is half an hour, they try and replicate that, and they employ 100 people to do the same thing, right? So as you go up and up on this ladder, you find that the value proposition becomes higher and higher, and thereby the income also goes higher and higher. So that is what these top millionaires do. They have these multiple companies, startups, whatever, and here they have this bunch of people replicating time for them and getting things done. Now, artificial intelligence, what's happening and what's going to happen is that it's going to replicate this exponentially and increase everybody's output, or everybody's time is going to replicate. So for example, as let's say like me, if I'm going to take half an hour on a presentation, it's coming to that, or I would say it has already come to that, where I will be able to get Gamma and AI to do a presentation in 2 minutes. Thereby, actually, I can do 15 presentations in half an hour, right? Now, that's going to get exponentially, it's going to go up, it's going to increase, right? Then suddenly, what do you find? You have this one person's time, which is going to go 100x, and you have these entrepreneurs who had like 1,000 employees, they are going to go 100x. So the entire world, the way we do business, right, is going to change, and there is going to be a set of people who catch on to this, and their businesses, their incomes is going to go extremely higher. Same way, the equation, there will be always limited wealth, right? There will be always a parameter of wealth which is generated. Now, whilst many who are into artificial intelligence takes that top wealth, there is also going to be people who lose a part of it, right? Because always somebody has to take something from somewhere. If I'm breathing oxygen, I'm actually consuming from somebody else's oxygen from somewhere. That's the reality of the fact. Same thing goes to wealth. So the impact of artificial intelligence in a nutshell, if I go to put it, is that it is going to create time for everybody. It's going to take that same sliver of time what I have, and it's going to multiply it by 1000x. So I'm going to, let's say, have 2 clones working for me 24/7, 100 clones working for me 24/7 via AI, and suddenly just imagine what kind of impact it's going to bring to this world, right? So we know in a fundamental level what this is going to do, but the playbook is not written completely yet as to what the consequences are going to be, right? So I think it's very important that everybody gets onto artificial intelligence and everybody understands it at a fundamental way, and then change their lives, and build your life around artificial intelligence. Doesn't matter what vertical you're in, doesn't matter what trade you're in. I think this is going to be a fundamental shift, and I suggest that you subscribe to this channel and follow for more information, more advice, more insightful ideas like this, and just put all what you have into artificial intelligence. Thank you.